Melania just showed up where Michelle was and put her in her place with what she did right beside her. It's typically Michelle Obama who shows up wherever Melania Trump goes and tries to take over as First Lady, but now Melania just flipped the script on her. Both women have been out of the spotlight for several days and are now resurfacing in the most unexpected way. This time, Melania is rightfully raining on Michelle's ego trip with what she did right next to her predecessor and unintentionally put her in her place. There's no comparison between the former and current First Lady, but Michelle often gives reason to call attention to the glaring differences. Since the Obamas have made it impossible for the Trumps to do their work since they are always watching and judging them in the shadows, that stalking behavior has just backfired. Michelle wants to maintain her spot in the media and she certainly has since leaving the White House, just in all the wrong ways. As proven by the poll results in the last election, an overwhelming amount of Americans were eager to replace the 8-year mess with conservative class. That's now present in the White House, and everywhere the Trumps go, they never cease to impress citizens who are proud to have these two as our president and first lady. The spotlight on their differences from the Obamas is seen in large part on the world stage, with Trumps representing America well and without apology, as compared to the Obamas who were a constant embarrassment. It's not just Americans who love and appreciate the Trumps, Europeans do as well, as we just saw with what happened this week. Michelle Obama was already in Spain when Melania suddenly showed up. While neither were there in the flesh, their individual spirits were in the form of lifelike wax figures which emerged of each in at the Museo de Cera Madrid. Barack and Michelle had been on display there since the time they were in office, and they will now have to share that space and honor with the Trumps, which is probably pretty insulting to the arrogant Obamas. However, the realistic renderings show a shocking difference between the couples. The Inquisitor reports. The full-on wax figure of Melania is shown in forward-facing view in a series of photos captured by photographer Marcos Delmas. The sideways photos of Melania's wax figure show that the artist captured Melania's high cheekbones and close-set eyes, as well as the deep lines around the mouth as the wax figure of the First Lady smiles. Wearing a white top, the wax figure's full body isn't shown in the Getty Images photos of the figure as of this writing, so it's unclear if the wax figure is wearing a white, designer dress or slacks. It also isn't clear yet if Melania's wax figure has on a pair of sky-high red-bottom Christian Louboutin stilettos. Another clue, however, leads to the notion that Melania's wax figure is wearing her famous white dress from the 2016 RNC. While photos from the museum have yet to be officially released, we get a sneak peek of the exhibit and through watermarked pictures taken by Getty Images. LMI News also provides their own photos of the figures, including an up-close one of Melania's face which looks mostly like her, but something seems to be a little off. It's impossible to get the characteristics of each just right, but the wax artists here did a pretty incredible job of getting it close. Even though the unadulterated pictures have yet to be released, you can tell that Melania's wax look-alike is 100% classy, Political Insider reports. This is in comparison to the wax figures of former First Lady Michelle Obama, which was far from realistic and accentuated all her worst features. Take a look. Although it's a little difficult to tell from these preliminary pictures, Michelle seems far more svelte in her wax statue than Melania does. Although, everyone knows who's really the slimmer and more model-like between the two. It wasn't stated if the wax artist was the same for each of them, but it would be interesting to know if they had different sculptors, Michelle's definitely being more in her favor than Melania's. There's practically no way to make Melania look bad since she's as gorgeous as they come and her replica definitely does her justice as the beautiful person she is, both inside and out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.